Hello, brothers and sisters. Um, by now, everybody's heard the saying you're living in a matrix of illusions. Um, but did you know that that is the exact moment when you gain the ability to create the world that you dream of? How do you do this, you ask? Well, first thing is you have to remember that you are all children of God, the source of creation. I call God my Father. Um, do you understand what this means, though? It means that you have the power of creation inside of you. Every one of you do. If you're children of God, then surely you have the ability to of what my Father does, which is create, um, create good things. But God is not partial. He has made provisions for all. The harvest comes forth for everyone. The rain showers upon everyone, and the heat of the sun is surely to warm everyone. The abundance of Mother Earth is for the entire inhabitants of Earth. Therefore, it is for everyone. There should be happiness, comfort, and well being for all of humanity. But if the conditions like today's world, where some are happy and comfortable and some in misery, some are accumulating wealth and others in dire need, it doesn't work that way. In such a system, it is impossible for man to be happy and impossible for him to win the good pleasure of my Father. My Father is kind to all. The good pleasure of my Father exists in the welfare of all individual members of humanity and the inhabitants of Mother Earth. We cannot continue on our present course of greed and warmongering. It is not a sustainable course of action. Um, the lack of compassion in the world is disheartening, yet there is hope for the future. But it is up to us all to change this world for the better of all of us. Now, I have made my own plans because I've been thinking about this for a very long time. Um, and my plans are to help make that change possible. There is hope for us, but we have to gather and pool our resources together in order to create a better world for the future. Have you ever heard of the Ubuntu philosophy? It's a African philosophy. Google it, Ubuntu. We have the technology and capabilities of providing for everyone's needs, but we cannot continue providing for individual greed. Now, I'd like to tell you about a vision I had. This vision has been a part of I it's been a part of my life for a very long time. And it's kind of adapted as time went on. kind of like it become an ambition, ideas and an ambition. Um, and it fits with my um, career choices also. So it, you know, I think it's a good idea. Anyway, I'm going to tell you about this vision. Um, I had the vision after reading Revelations 21:2, um, where it says, "And I saw a holy city." Look it up, read it. A white city, or a city of light. It was a place where I lived, a place we built together, a magnificent sight of a bright white shining city, something similar to a kingdom, but also resembled a spaceport. Like I don't know, something you'd see on Star Wars or something like that. It was pretty neat. I'll explain it to you later. Um, at the center of this kingdom stood a tall cylindrical lighthouse surrounded by similar yet smaller lighthouses. At the top of each lighthouse shined a bright light like the sun. The light shined so bright even in the daylight. It was an awe-inspiring sight. Each individual lighthouse was surrounded by communities designed in circular building patterns, beginning with rows of temples and pyramids, then meeting halls, libraries, cookhouses, dining halls, um, apartment buildings, geodesic domes, and teepees, living quarters. Um, the land in between each community was like cornfields and grain fields, and there was orchards and vegetable gardens. Um, excuse me. It just felt like a real safe place. That's the feeling I had when during this vision. Um, for years I searched for that place I never found it. Still, the visions continued, becoming a lifelong dream. Now, I've noticed with new technology and um, ambitions, other people's ambitions, the dream's possible. Um, Nowadays, I think about the dream or the vision of mine all the time. I've thought about this for some time, and I see it coming into reality with eco villages and permaculture communities. Um, Now, I'm a carpenter by trade, uh, and I don't make much money, but I build and remodel homes for people that do have money. They're wealthy people. Um, but honestly, I would rather build these communities for the betterment of all humanity. And in the long run, um, it would better the environment too, because we would work towards um, coexisting with our environment. Um, it would be like a safe place of enlightenment and love. Um, Now, the mission of Haven Builders Construction Company, which is a company that I started, because it just seemed like the name fit for the vision, and I'm a carpenter. So the mission and the vision is to create a better environment with an ecological approach. Um, what we'll do is we will spend time with each community that we're working with, assessing the environment and the ideals of the individuals, creating an ecological plan using material available from the area, then building these eco-friendly, self-sufficient communities. Um, how do you how do you manifest heaven on earth? Well, we build it. That's how we do it. How we manifest this vision into reality. We work together and we build it. That's how we do it. I often wonder if um, the light workers of the world started working together in unity for the benefit of the world. Just think of what we could do. I mean, the possibilities are endless if we just work together. We need to come together, and start working together. The world needs our help. Yet, if one cannot afford to support themselves and do what they are called to do, what, the universe spirit calls them to do, what Father tells them to do, if they cannot do this and support themselves, um, then how can somebody help the world? I mean, how can they help the world without their full potential? They're not going to come to their full potential if they don't have the things that they need lined up. That's just the way it is. That's the way it works. Um, that's the reason we struggle so hard so much, is because we want to help the world, but we got so much on us that it's hard for us to get away from having to take care of our own crap. Um, Monetary gain holds no significance within the spirit. You know, um, in the spiritual world, there's money has no value. If we're gonna, we got to start working. We got to start working with our heart, because that's where the spirit lives inside of us. We must turn away from these old, unproductive ways of living, um, and the worldly views. It's just, that's not the way to live and have and truly live a spiritual life. It don't work. The new earth is coming, but if we don't work together for the common goal, then it may not be the place we want it to be whenever it does come. Anyway, think about it. Love you. Good day.